Like, if you ask me about Barack Obama or like Trump or Joe Biden, like that's going to be my answer, for real.
Yeah, yeah. But
But
most
I
definitely,
love
most
having these
definitely.
conversations, like listening to people for real.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy. We got two people here today. We got Illuminxti and we got zynx. What's up, zynx?
Yo,
Hey, hey, hello,
yo.
hello.
Okay, so if y'all don't know, Illuminxti is one of the channels that inspired me to start creating, and I'm actually a moderator for him, and Zinx is too. And we just brought Zinx along for a ride. He's just here. So today we'll be interviewing him. He has 86,000 subscribers on YouTube, next to my mere 153. Yo, let's go, let's go. So we're just gonna ask him questions. He
Dude,
has his chat.
soon to be 100. I got to cut you off. Soon to be 153K, dude.
Oh yeah, 152K. Boom, 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 boom. Let's get some noise. All right. So we're just gonna go ahead with the first question, which he already heard some of it. Um, I asked him what he thought of Benjamin Netanyahu. If you don't know who that is, that's the leader of Israel. And I just want him to, go ahead and repeat his answer for me because I think it's a pretty good answer. So, what you say?
Dude, absolutely. I'm gonna have a hard time rephrasing it word for word. And
No man.
again, apologies for this recording. I also want to say, as a precursor, apologize for reading the chat at all. And I want to say, Emperor Ace Dragon, is it okay if I invite Only United Empire since you're doing the interview?
Yo, it's more the merrier. But go ahead and invite him. And, just go ahead with your answer whenever you're ready.
So I would say that asking about like any world leader or any historical figure, past, present, or future, and I respect people who would get upset at this answer because it's very important. I think, especially even people say starting with the internet. I would say starting with radio and like television in like the 60s. It's like being the information age. People really appreciate that refinement of opinion, but I just kind of like to stay at that. What I see is like a refinement, just being like source of the universe. We all came from the same source, and like being in the information age, it's definitely important to engage in these discussions and learn and have your own path of research, within the internet or within just going to the library even. But I would just say, equally be locked into, your community, being your family, being, just your neighborhood, as corny as it might sound, in your career, obviously. But yeah, I would say it's amazing times we're living in, definitely.
Yeah. Um. So for my next question, you say you work with computers and with your family. You work on computers with your family. Uh, Now, does your
He said
dad
manufacturer.
own this business, or is he like manager there, or how's that work?
Dude, and it's so funny. He might be watching right now. I love my dad so much. And yeah, just because my dad's old school about like privacy and stuff on the internet, and because the channel's lit without saying too much. Yeah, but yeah, dude, he started it. Yeah, and it's like him and like a few other people, and it's like kind of like a lifelong thing because there's always stuff to be done. Like he's technically retired, but there's still like always going to be stuff like obligations and stuff, and I just help
Yeah.
him out. And yeah, I basically work full time doing that. Anytime y'all don't see me on here, but like y'all, anybody who knows like working with family, like it's such a honor and a blessing. Like it's laid back, it's intense. But yeah, that's basically what I've done my whole life. Like I want to say from the age of like whenever I could walk, dude. Like I was just doing stuff,
You're a
with
computer man.
computers. Yeah. Yes, sir. And it's been such a blessing too because you know, brother, like I'm really into music production. Dude, just clicking through menus in like, in any program you're doing, any fancy networking program. It's like it's the same as a music program. You got to learn the menus, do this. So it's been really cool just in general for learning how to do different types of software over the years and being
Yeah.
comfortable like on a computer in general.
So now, along with the business that you're in, um, if your dad ever wanted to hand it off to you, would you do it, or would you since you do YouTube, um, would you do it or like kind of let him pass it off to maybe another brother or sister if you have one?
What actually happened with that, it's amazing you say that. It's like, even though, and again, we're like, I'll talk for hours, just since we're on stream. I don't want to say too much, but yeah, basically he's already officially, quote unquote, passed it off. Like, it's like, it's another entity, individual, But it's like I said, just because he's, oh, you know me about being from Greece. He's my dad's from Greece. He came over. He's first generation coming over, so like he's very hard working, just awesome, 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 awesome man. I love him so much. But yeah, basically, like, we're always going to be doing that. Like, no matter if I'm doing YouTube with like 2 million, I'll always be, taking time to help with this and that. He's just old school like that.
Yeah. Now with the fact that your dad's from Greece, did you live in Greece when you were younger?
Dude, so I've had the opportunity to go several times, like several times, and basically because of logistical stuff, I've never gone, but I want to say, just because of where everything is at in our family's life right now, probably, yeah, I would say ideally in the next 5 to 10 years, we'll probably end up going. And also, dude, asked some political questions before. This is just like a realistic question. Like, yeah, dude, in Greece, like some of the major cities, it's lit over there. Like, in terms of like going over there right now. So it's like, you gotta wait, talk to family over there, see if, like, okay, is it chill to visit right now, because like Greece is lit. You can watch some documentaries. Like, it's lit over there for sure.
Yeah, I understand. But your dad definitely brought the heritage over there. You learned a lot about it. I know you love just different cultures, and you're not one to, knock somebody's culture just because you don't agree with it. You find it interesting, even though you may
I'm going
not
to
agree
see.
with everything you do. Yeah,
I'm going to see. Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
yeah. Um, Now, have you been anywhere, on the topic of like, discovering places, going different places? I know you, where you live, I'm not going to say it, but you've been to California. Have you been to
Yep.
any other states or anything just around where you live?
Yes, sir, Emperor. I've been, dude, I want to say the states that I really know, like Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, that I've been to, um and Florida. I've been to Florida a decent amount of times when I was younger, and most recently Los Angeles, yeah. But
Was
I'm trying
Florida
to think. Yeah,
vacation?
no, never been anywhere international. Never been anywhere international.
Um, Now,
Second place,
which one was your favorite?
dude. Oh, and also Emperor, dude. I've also, yeah, without giving away too much, full respect to you, my brother. Dude, I've probably driven through your state, because when I went to Florida, dude, I had like the most amazing experience with my family driving through different states. Like, we drove all the way from from
Now, you know
Mass,
that was
all the way down to
expensive in
Florida.
gas.
Dude, and dude, the gas wasn't, this was a few years back. I was younger.
He's back.
But yeah, yeah, dude, I'm sure it was, yeah.
Yeah. But I've traveled to, I've been to Kentucky, I've been to Tennessee, I've been to Ohio, I've been to Indiana, I've been to both North and South Carolina, Maryland. I passed through Maryland. Actually, I had family that lived there. Uh, but not many places other than that. But I heard California is nice, except it's expensive to go because, it's a big tourist destination. Of course, they're going to jack up the prices so they can get you to pay a little bit more so they can make a little bit of money. I understand that. But um, now, let's see, just, formulating some questions here. You also make music. Shout out Sardes on SoundCloud. Everybody go listen up. Go listen up. Uh, what was your first song that you made?
Shout out Drown the Offering, dude. Shout out Drown the
Shout out
Offering,
down the offering.
Drown the Offering on Spotify.
What was this first like song that you made and posted that really connected with you, and you think that it connected with your listeners if you had any at the time?
I would say probably when I started doing rap beats, because when I first started making FL Studio stuff, it was, and I mean this in a positive way, like artists will understand, you and Zinx, I'm sure, like it was just kind of it was just for myself. It was like just me learning to like use the program. Oh, I think this sounds cool, that sounds cool. And when I started like using a format that rappers could use, that's when I started to realize like, oh, this is really cool. Like people are gonna use this and like, expand on it and do their own thing on it. So I'd say probably just, even if it was like two people, two rappers just saying, "Hey, yo, I use this beat." That's when I really started like taking music production seriously.
Yeah. So have you ever like sold your beats or anything like that? Like anybody asked if they could, use this for a song, like anybody like bigger or just anything like that?
Dude, I appreciate these questions. Dude. You're on point, Emperor. You got to be like a rock and roll journalist or, Rolling Stone journalist or something. You got great questions, dude, in the way they flow. Dude.
WZs.
Dude, but yeah,
WZs.
dude. If you look him up on Instagram, Trey, he's from my area. He's from Boston. I'll say that, dude. I feel like I'm comfortable enough at this point because my family knows about the channel and stuff. Yeah, I'm from Boston, and yeah, dude, this kid Trey the Kid, um Trey the Kid, I met him and like I said what's up to him and like met him for a beat and stuff, but just it never, like how music is, it's like he wanted it was total respect. It was like a business thing. And going back to your question about have I ever sold one, has anybody big ever wanted to use it? He wanted to do like a business thing and I couldn't afford it. Like, I was working, I was just doing my own thing with music. So I was like, I can't do it. But we hang out, we had a good thing and I sent him some beats. But yeah, dude, it's crazy. My philosophy with beats has always been kind of old school, almost like, how the hippies would like jam and stuff and like jam bands. It's like, we're just here to play music. And that's the way I saw beats. It's like if someone big is gonna find my stuff, like I'm just gonna brute force it. Like make good stuff, and not worry about if people are buying it. And that's what I did with my beats for a long time. And I worked with a lot of local rappers and stuff until I transitioned to making more drum and bass, just doing my own thing, the stuff
Electronic
I do
music. Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Shout out, Charlie's on SoundCloud. Go run it up, everybody. Um, Even if it's
Dude, and
not,
and I want to say, Emperor, you be making. Sorry to cut you off, my brother. Interrupt you. Sorry about that, dude. You be making such fire, dude. Seriously, Emperor. And
yeah,
for this
yeah.
recording, just let it be known, Emperor, for real, bro. With your electronic to your metal, the way you fuse the stuff together,
Oh yeah, I
and
forgot
you
to
got fire,
mention.
dude. You'll drop just a fire house track in the middle of like an amazing metal album. I love your style, brother.
Running up DTO on SoundCloud. Um, that is the electronic side to the my metal band Drown the Offering. It's just the initials of Drown the Offering DTO. Go run it up. We posted a new EP. It's called Dr. Pepper, my favorite soda. It's just three songs I felt like that relate Dr. Pepper. Now for the next question. Um, you said earlier we didn't know this. I didn't know this. But you had a couple YouTube channels before Illuminxti?
Yep. Yep. And dude, I just want to say real quick with that Dr. Pepper song, dude, you know how viral songs are these days. Like that could take off huge. Watch you have like a contract with like Dr. Pepper or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For
For
real.
real, bro.
Yeah. So,
But okay, so yeah,
with the, or you were telling me earlier, um, so you did game reviews on one of your channels. How well did that go? You said you got were like 100 and some subscribers, you think?
yes, sir. I want to say I had I think two total channels, but like realistically probably like three just when I was a little bit younger, just like, messing around, like learning YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was too embarrassed obviously, just like I was with this channel to tell my family and stuff. Just cuz y'all know how it is making videos, like it's a big deal, like, especially doing what I evolved to now, doing comedy and stuff like that, yeah. But yeah, basically um just doing game reviews and like I think I said before, but what was the question again? What exactly were you asking about the old YouTube channels? Like how
You
many
did.
subscribers I got to?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was the question. Yeah.
Yeah, just like I think it was like 100 in dude, I want to say like 183. I think I remember the number. And it just sat there because I kept posting videos and like it wasn't going anywhere. So I was like, I got to rethink this. And then yeah, I just had some like, well, if you want, we could, that might be a later question, but yeah, I had some like family and friends stuff happening, in life. And I was just like, I'm just gonna personify this into art and do it this way and that way, what I see fit. And it just kind of turned into sitting here with you,
Yeah,
1 year later.
1 year. So when did you create the Illumin? Okay, so for y'all that don't know, this used to be called Illuminati Help Desk, not Illuminexti. Um, I joined uh when I joined the crew over here. It was at I think 2,000 subscribers. Yeah,
Dude, you
two round.
joined, yeah,
Yeah,
around the same time that Zinx did. Yeah.
yeah. Uh, so it was called Illuminati Help Desk. When did you create this channel? When did you decide, hey, I think this is what it could be? And you definitely grew it into something great. And then renamed, relabeled, you know, instead of getting stuck like you did with your last channel, because you said it just sat there, you kept on posting, nothing changed. You revamped it, Illuminxti. You bring down the energy just teeny bit, and yeah, and you grew it into something big, and it keeps on growing. Would be 100K by the end of the year, I guarantee it. But when did you like first create this channel?
Dude, on the and again, dude, I just want to say, Emperor, thanks to you and Zinx for real, like the OG just sticking by me, getting to this point, like 87,000 right now, even, 100K of course, but just being at this moment right now with y'all, couldn't have done it without y'all. But yeah, basically, what was the question again? I'm like on the, you're right about this interview thing with the game.
Oh, you play? Yeah, I just realized we also playing the game. When did
But
you
but no,
create?
I like doing this way because like it forces me to think about stuff and like.
Yeah,
But what was just the question about the? So when did I start it? I think on the channel on the stats right there, dude. I want to say it was exactly December of 24. No, December of 25 is when I. Let me just think about this. Yeah, December 25. No, that doesn't make sense. December 24, I think, is when I locked in. But I had the channel for like a year before that. And like I said before, I was, just different stuff with friends and family going on. And like I was kind of like setting up slowly and like in my head deciding what I wanted to do. Shout out to Eric Andre, Andy Kaufman, dude, all the OGs, like comedians and stuff. Just like really learning, like, and I'm sure Emperor and Zinx, y'all both know this as artists. It's like, it's like it can be labeled as art, but you can just kind of personify, energy that you feel and be like, okay, this is comedy right here. This is music right here, and just let it take fruit out into the universe, out into the world. So that's basically what happened with starting the channel. I sat on it for a little bit, thought about this and that and this, life was happening but so I sat on it for I want to say around a year because I'd been through other channels, like I said. But yeah, I want to say like I create. You can look at the stats on my channel if you go to my channel. I want to say February of 24 is when I made it, but like January, February, yeah. But like later that year is when it came into fruition. Like you can see I was making long form videos. Then I transitioned to cutting up the long form into short form. Then transitioned just like over the top comedy, while using those motivational speeches for the background basically
yeah.
to like draw in viewers.
I think we lost that round. Uh,
Dude, but it's worth it. It's worth it for the interview, yo, for real. I'm sorry,
yeah,
and I'm glad Zinx is just chilling too.
yeah. W soundboard. Thanks to Zinx. But
Yeah,
me
I'll
personally,
lock in this round,
I like big booty
honestly.
Latinas. Um, but what's your favorite type of woman? What do you want in a woman?
Dude, it's so amazing. It's just this is a big one. My favorite word for many things in life. Synchronicity, dude. I know it sounds crazy, but like just like, letting life choose the situations, relationships, interactions, just you'll really just find amazing romantic stuff happen, just business stuff happen if you really just let the universe kind of like do its thing. So I would say, in my opinion, just like a synchronistic female.
Shit.
If
You
you know what I
win.
mean, like
Perfect.
just Yeah, just like let it just like focusing on my vision, my life, and just letting like stuff happen. Like, I have friends who I'll always chill with, So yeah, just kind of letting life do its thing. I'll say that while being
So,
vague.
so you saying like communication, truthfulness, upfrontness, things that make like life easier, and that you could find, trust in that, and it, kind of synchronizes with your life. Someone who shares your interests, your positive stuff like that is what you're saying.
Yeah, and I know y'all will appreciate this too on like a philosophy level, especially living this age. Like, dude, 60 Minutes is doing stories on it and stuff. Like the whole manosphere thing. It's like this like overwhelming obsession with like, romantic stuff. It's like just live your life, and it's like you'll meet amazing people from your past that will come back, that you went to school with, and this and that. But yeah, dude, I would just say focus on life, and don't be obsessed with that avenue of life. That
Yeah.
avenue of life is amazing. It can lead to get really deep. It can lead to the creation of another life, for
Yeah,
real, for
yeah.
real.
Like the pre-anniversary
Yeah.
to your anniversary of your first handheld, of your first kiss is what you're saying. Like cleaning all the things that don't really matter.
Yeah, 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 and also just saying like, there's many different avenues to life, absolutely, and
Yeah.
like, just respecting like the different possibilities that life has, instead of like trying to force your own will, which can be difficult in many different avenues of life.
I,
But yeah, I would say I'm open to anything. What's that song by Ray Shremmerd? I ain't got no type, dude. I'm sorry to say that. Do y'all know that song? I ain't
yeah,
got no
yeah, yeah.
type.
Yeah, but one of the things you used to say is we are here. Oh, in all capital letters spaced out. But we are here, so we should try to respect each other and try to synchronize as best as we can because we aren't promised tomorrow. Um, you could wake up, tomorrow and be sick, and you may not wake up tomorrow. But um, yeah. But on another question, so we figured out when you started the channel and maybe the precursor to the channels and before you started this channel. Um, so when I joined the channel about 2000, 2500, um, and I started the Discord, and we shot up to like 10K. I think, yeah, that sounds about right. We capped out at 10K. I remember it. And there was a big stalemate. It was like 2, 3 months. We didn't move past 10K, no, 10, 1500. Uh, I remember it, and you were tore up about it. This is when you first, like, redesigned everything. I think this is like a little bit before you renamed it, or right when you did it. Um, how did you feel? Like, because it was like the very first time that it was like stalemate. Like, it did not move for a while. How'd you get through that?
Dude, I know I keep going back to it, but like in like it's just y'all for real. Like obviously family too, but like as y'all will know, Emperor and Zinx, y'all both have YouTube. It's like family is always there, but it's like it's you at the end of the day in your community, for real. So I just want to say, yeah, for real, just having y'all on there, like, dude, literally when I would y'all remember like Emperor and Zinx when I would go live during that stalemate period, like it was frustrating. Like I was doing music heavily back then too. I still am less heavily because I'm so heavy into YouTube now. But yeah, dude, just like locked into other avenues of life, working, doing this and that, and I would just be like, you know what? I just get to kick it with like some OGs, like some real human beings, in the universe. Shout out to the both of y'all, for pulling up. Jess, Sonia at the time, Gus,
WGS. So Sonia's
W
still
Jess.
Sonia's still around. Actually, I think Sonia is moving back to wherever whatever country she used to live, Ireland or something like that.
Ireland, yeah.
Yeah. But you know, it's hard when you hit that stalemate. I remember when I hit 50, when I was trying to hit 50 subscribers. because it wouldn't allow me to go live. It doesn't allow you to go live until you hit 50. And I was just trying to get past that point. Now we're at 153, but just trying to get past that point is so frustrating because you want it as humans, as flesh, we want it to happen now. We're as a normal human being, our brain is not patient. It wants it to happen now, and we don't see no reason why it shouldn't happen now. It doesn't look at the bigger picture. And that maybe, if you wouldn't have went through that stalemate to, reconfigure yourself, and it just shot up just a little bit more, and then you were sitting at what you are now, and then it hit a big stalemate. Who knows? You may have decided to quit because you didn't get what you want. You never learned to, stop and reconfigure. That could always happen. You got to look at the bigger picture. Now, as you are now, because we got 10K. Um, you're looking to hit 100K by the end of the year, or at least, a little bit, maybe a little bit less, or maybe 2 months from now. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
And I,
So,
I, I, I just want to, I want to say real quick, just to answer one quick second what you're saying about the stalemate. It's actually really good, like these things that make you stop, because just that this recent injury I had, like slamming my hand in the door. It's just like, dude, it's you can just start getting this momentum in one area of life, and you're just moving too fast. So I agree with you 100%. It's these, stalemates or difficulties, hurdles, that really can make you take a step back, dude. When I was doing guitar, because I'm really into guitar, dude. When I was in high school doing guitar, like I broke my arm, and it was a huge deal for me. It was a huge deal for me. So like, yeah, it's these things that really make you like reevaluate. And now I can play guitar even better because it healed a little bit tight, and I can do like the wiggle thing a little bit better. But
yeah,
yeah, it just makes you reevaluate. Sorry to cut you off for your next question.
but I done forgot it, so it's all right. I think, oh, yeah. Okay. So we got, past Zinx. I mean, excuse me, past Illuminati, pre-channel Illuminati, 2K Illuminati, 10K Illuminati. How are you feeling right now? If you want to hit that 100K by the end of the year or in the next few months, um, I understand that you're feeling great. You're getting great viewership on the look at streams. Might have to do with a couple bot, you know, hackers here and then. And these streams don't do as well as the look at, but it's just good to try to get that out here just in case something does pop off and you have that platform to do it because you've gotten used
And
to
just
doing
to,
two streams a day.
yeah, and just to kick it socially with y'all, like you and Zinx on here, just to kick it socially, it's so great because I love playing Warzone, like, and I want to snowball the algorithm. But yeah, if to finish, so sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So what is your plan to, continue growing the channel? Because, maybe next year, you getting 100K a month and you might hit 1 million by the end of next year. Who knows? But what's your plan to, like further, try to pull in viewership and subscribers and just expand the Illuminxti empire per se?
Dude, absolutely. Yeah. It's so funny. Like as much as I want to say like other stuff, which I'm open to whatever I might come up with, whatever y'all might come up with, always open to suggestions. Just kind of keeping the same rhythm right now with Book It until 100K. And then we were actually talking about this on stream the other day. We had a great conversation with the both of y'all. Just keeping the Book It momentum basically in what we're doing right now, kicking it right now, trying to just slowly snowball and translate, be like a quote unquote normal streamer, just like snowball that momentum, whether it's Warzone, Fortnite, Roblox. I personally like Warzone, and Zombies the best. I like COD, but just snowballing something into that momentum and then starting other games. I want to start eventually. I want to get a green screen for behind me, just one of those little pull-up things that's like however much, 50, $60. What's his name? Jinxie. Dude, I love Jinxie so much. He just has one that I know that it just, what do you call it? It straps to the back of his chair. You can see
Yeah,
the edges of it on some of his streams. So I just want to get a simple green screen and eventually transition like horizontal streaming just with a green screen and be like a normal, we play this that week, we play this that week, like
yeah.
that's basically my plan for the channel. But take it slow, definitely. Just enjoy every day with y'all and keep up the momentum with Look It, and then slowly move over to Warzone and other stuff. Yeah.
You definitely gotta, thank you, Zinx. you definitely gotta,
Thank you, Zynx. Love
make
you,
sure you
bro.
have that platform because I know some people who will be like, "Oh, I want to be a streamer." Go out, spend $2,000, $3,000, and quit in 2 months because they ain't got the platform because they didn't think, "Hey, this might take a while. Maybe I should wait." Because I know you. Um, Before you had, the camera that you have now, the setup that you have now, maybe the OBS or the PC. I knew you work with computers and stuff, but just did it on your phone, I'm pretty sure. You just did the vertical streaming and you know, built a platform. And eventually, people came in and they liked that. They donated. I've definitely donated a few. But you had people like donate over and over and again. Like, I think his name was Josh Braswell. He donated so much, like outrageous amounts of just blessing you with gifts and stuff because for those who don't know, he was in, a moment
The
of,
Navy.
yeah, he just got shot and everything. He had to go through surgery and stuff like that. So he was taking his sadness and giving you happiness, and in turn, it gave him happiness. And also with Zinx, Zinx is in here. He's donated a couple times, probably more than a couple times.
Dude, Zinx is literally one of the reasons I was able to get this set up. Emperor, you've donated too, my brother.
Yeah,
Like for real. And Zinx has gone off. So, dude, today Zinx was going crazy with the super chat. For real, yeah. But
yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's made you where you built this platform. You have 86,000 subscribers now, and you are able to have, a MacBook Neo, OBS with a PC streaming through your Xbox, which I think is great. That you don't use a big $2,000 PC to stream everything. You um you definitely show that, hey, you don't got to have thousands of dollars and stuff just to stream. Like you were telling me, all I need is a PS5 and a camera, and I can do it. Which is true
Yep.
that I have everything on my PlayStation I can to stream. But you definitely need a
Third place.
platform before you go and spend a bunch of money trying to, make it better because you want to get that platform and find that niche as well. Find that specific thing you're good at before you go all out because it may not work. And it's not, and everybody's not guaranteed to have, success on YouTube because you definitely have done better than most people who have started out. And within a year, you have almost 100K. Oh, but yeah, that's definitely one thing that I would recommend is to find what you're good at, find what people are interested in, and then
I
decide,
took C.
pick what you want to get and spend that money to make it better. Because that is definitely one thing to do. All right. I think it
I
just got to
agree. No, like
go ahead.
to respond to what you were saying, sorry to cut you off. Like, yeah, dude, it's like rushing into it versus it, dude. And what you said about the phone, like, um, do, Emperor, I'm sure you and Zinx know. Do you know the dude who was on? They were on Jimmy Fallon, dude. The five big booms, boom, 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 from
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah.
They have YouTube and they just built it up to 1 million. I'm pretty sure from scratch, because they have such motion on other platforms. And I've been watching some of their lives, and yeah, dude, just off the phone, literally no streaming setup, no this or that. And dude, like my stream crashes from the internet sometimes. There's been a few times when I've swiped onto their stream and it's like it's doing that loading thing. It's like everybody's like lag, lag, lag. Like they just brute forced it and they just hit 1 million. So yeah, I would say for streaming, your advice right there, it's like, dude, the motion you can get from just having a few hundred or a few thousand followers on there is so amazing on YouTube Shorts, and just ride that, and then wait for the getting the PC, doing all that until it's like, okay, because what you just said, it's like streaming really, it's a huge gamble, if you don't really have that community there, and you're just, trying to build kind of your own vision, which can be beautiful, but just realistically, it can be really difficult. So I agree with you 100% on that, to take it slow for real.
Yeah. Again, patience. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, you're cracking me.
Patience is key. Patience is key when it
Thanks, I
comes to
love.
these things. Because, I've known YouTubers, I don't know if y'all know who he is. His name is Dak Blake. Um, when I was a kid, I watched him. he sat at 100, 200K for 3 or 4 years. And then finally, around when I was 11, 12 years old. So that was like, 2017. Uh, he finally popped off. He hit it. I remember his a million stream. He hit a million. He's like, oh my Lord, we hit a million. And then eventually he finally hit, 3 million. He's sitting at four, I think now. And that's just the key to patience. I also, hopefully he sees this. Daryl Mace, one of my favorite comedy YouTubers. We talked about comedy earlier with his skits and stuff. He originally started out making beats. Like, a lot
Oh,
of people
really?
seem to start out making, music and stuff. And then he just started doing poetry and stuff like that, talk about how he grew up without a father, just trying to bring that. And then he finally transitioned into making comedy. But just 5 or 6 years ago, he was sitting at 100K, and you know, he just kept on going, pushed through those hard times with patience, and he's sitting at 4 or 5 million now, and he has a second channel. It's just, it shows how much
Daryl
patience.
Mace?
Daryl Mays, yeah. It just
Dude, I'm
shows
gonna
how much,
check him out.
yeah, it shows how much patience can do for you. Just, if it doesn't work out now, just wait and it'll figure itself out. And don't ever give up. If you really, really, really want to do this, don't give up. You were saying the other night that don't force yourself. If you gotta like force yourself to enjoy doing this, then you don't really enjoy doing this. Find something that you enjoy doing. You get up in the morning and say, "I want to do this because I want to make this work." Don't ever force yourself to do something you don't want to do. Because if you have to get up and force yourself to do it, then it ain't ever going to go anywhere.
Exactly, yeah, 100%. Dude, I'll clap to that too, bro. IRL, I'm clapping to that, dude. Emperor, I
Yes.
agree with that 100%, brother. Yeah.
Now, one last question before we, continue with streaming and stuff like that.
By the way, about to take first, yo.
Oh, how we going to take first? We just sitting here talking. That's crazy. That's crazy. Um, Oh yeah, that's what I was going to ask. I like how I'm just coming up with these off the dome. I think I'm pretty good at that. Um,
Dude, this is such a vibe, Emperor. Appreciate you,
so
brother.
I
It's
don't
Zinx with
really
the soundboard,
I
yo.
don't really know how old you are. I'm guessing between like 20, 22 years old. Um, you mentioned something earlier about college, right?
Yes, but I only went for I guess it's chill enough on here, yeah. I only went for I only went for 1 year. It was just a state college. And I made like lifelong connections in mass here. I made like lifelong connections literally, and I really didn't want to go, but my family, like talking about being stuck at 50K, dude. I'm so grateful to my family for telling me just like you're gonna do this for a year, and dude, lifelong connections for real. I'm so grateful for going there.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, basically and I just started working because I really want to do music. I want to do YouTube, you know. Um, but yeah, that's basically what happened. Like 1 year of college, finished high school, finished high school. Very thankful for that too. Yeah, but
So,
yeah, basically
oh,
just 1 year of college,
what
state
year did
state state
you
college though.
what year did you finish high school in?
What year did I finish high school in?
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, yo. Age reveal at what do you call it, 100K. We're close to it, only like 2, 3 weeks
Close to
away.
it. I tried to get him, everybody. I
Yeah.
tried to figure out how old he is, but it didn't work just out yet. But yeah. So
Soon, 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 soon.
did you go to college while you had the channel, or was that before you started all this?
No, I left. Yeah, that was after I left college. Yeah, absolutely. I was just working, doing my thing. Yeah, 100%.
Um,
As I am now.
let me find another question. Just let me see if I can find another one for you.
Dude, it's something
Hmm.
about it.
Hmm. Hmm.
No, you know how I am. We could do something cool like aliens or dimensions or
Oh, I
something.
totally forgot
Other
about those. Zig's always like me. I definitely forgot about all those questions. Like you, the Illuminati help desk. I ain't asking anything. Okay, I got one. Welcome to the Illuminati help desk. That's weird. That's weird. Uh, I
dude.
know it's you, but
Yeah.
it sounds like Skinwalker cloned you and started talking. Uh, but actually, that's going to be another question in a second. Um, what's your favorite conspiracy theory?
Oh, dude, that's a great one. Okay, this is actually one I saw on. It's usually stuff that relates to physics. If it talk about theories, because at the end of the day, it kind of is. This is technically a conspiracy theory, within the scientific physics community. But
Yeah.
I would say, and this is represented two really cool and different esoteric traditions about the universe. Basically, like the you can type it in on YouTube. It's like there's so many great Nova PBS did a great thing on it, I think, and it's called the loop theory, and it's basically that like the universe, you have the Big Bang, the
Hmm.
expansion that we're in now, and then slowly over like hundreds of billions, trillions of years, the collapse, and then that basically you return to that singularity, and then it's above our understanding, obviously. But something happens after that. Basically whether it's a repeat, whether that second loop that goes around is a little bit different, whether this or that happens, but basically just that the Big Bang is like not a isolated event. It's like we're part of an ecosystem. This is something happening. So that I guess that would be my favorite.
Yeah, and also, if that's true that, it expands, collapse, and expands. Well, let me trying to find the words. Explodes, expands, and then collapse. How do we know that, we weren't the first one to do that? Like this
Yeah.
could be the 20th universe that's ever been exploded into this world and expanded. We don't know that because the course collapsed, and there's no evidence that we could get from that. But there's always a possible chance that hey, there was a whole another universe before this one. And who knows? There might be another Earth. Multiversal theory that where I'm blue and you're green, and you're talking from Namek and I'm talking from Vegeta, and we playing Call of Duty and doing the same exact thing we're doing now. But who knows? Um,
In some sort
and
of mirrored way or something. Yeah.
yeah, and like we're playing Call of Duty on our brains instead of the screen. Who knows? But
Dude, I really want to.
it wasn't
Yo,
that funny.
yo,
But
for real. I want to see Doctor Strange, dude. Like it's like such a physics movie. I still haven't seen it. I've been so busy the past few years
which
with work and
one?
dude, both all of them. The first Doctor Strange, the second one, and I think
That
a
one
few
came
years
out
ago
in
they released the third one too.
2016. You back 10 years
They released
behind.
yeah, dude, I still want to see that for real, bro.
But my next question is this is also have to do with conspiracy theories, but they're more of like urban legends. You know how, of course, in my state we have the backwoods monster, Mothman, stuff like that. Um,
Third place, GG's.
this like skinwalkers and stuff. What's your opinion on that? Do you think that there's a thing like that out there that could do that? But also, do you think it's more people who like getting high on cocaine or doing meth and seeing weird things because they're playing? Do you think there's possible that maybe there is a big, huge 8-foot creature with eyes in its shoulders and no head and screeches like a moth and has big old wings?
I would say both, especially as somebody who's lived in the city. Zinx knows too. Just with people, like you just said, obviously under the influence, just on one. But dude, in relation to like, cryptids and stuff, yeah, dude, I definitely believe in that stuff. And this kind of jumps to the alien question too, like more with like different dimensions, I would say, like of space time and whatnot. It's like, yeah, I believe like totally like there could be bleeding through of, another dimension, a creature, that for whatever reason, maybe accidentally, whatever, they're operating on a higher level. They're here for a few minutes and, this or that. And then, dude, and then the real Illuminexti comes in and they're swarming in with the helicopters, you know? But yeah, dude, I definitely believe in stuff like that, like 100%. And I think I would say it relates to me being like a nerd and having my own opinions. I would say like it relates to physics, just like different dimensions, you know, like we're in the third dimension, but you know, it's basically, isn't that like kind of a proven thing at this point with like string theory and the Large Hadron Collider? Like it's like, you know, there's other dimensions besides ours, you know? So it's like, yeah, I totally believe in those other dimensions. There's creatures in there, you know, for real.
Um, Now speaking of creatures, now we definitely heard, aliens, theories just might be true because ain't no way you're gonna tell me there's hundreds of trillions of planets out there and there's not a single one of what's life on it except ours. Maybe.
Yeah.
But speaking of, couple thousand years ago, what's your favorite? Like, you've talked about ancient Egypt. What's your favorite ancient civilization? Would it be like the Mayans, uh, you know, ancient America, where, you had different Indian tribes or stuff like that, or, you know, Japan? Feudal Japan's one of my favorite, me personally. But what would be your favorite?
Dude, I gotta research feudal Japan. I remember learning about that in school and like it just what they the type of stuff over the years that you know has transpired there in you know Asia in general. But yeah, I want to learn more about Japan, feudal Japan. Um dude, I want to think. I want to think. I wish I could take the camera over there. I have like a y'all probably seen it on the YouTube shorts. I have like a little thing with different cultures, different like sacred things over there. But I would say, dude, honestly, if I'm being real, Native American. You were asking about the word that I don't want to say. We can get to that question because I believe in it. Yeah. But you know,
Oh, the
I think
windows.
no, dude, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. But yo, shout out to Jess in the chat. But yeah, I'd say Native Americans. Native Americans definitely. That's kind of one of my favorite. The Native American civilization. I think
You
they're
believe
really
in the
amazing.
windows? I'm not gonna say it because you don't want me to, but you believe in windows?
Oh no, dude. No, 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 no. You're chilling. Yeah, I do. Like, yeah, and I believe in like we were talking about different dimensions too, you know? It's like as much as I believe in these esoteric interpretations, just like a blunt physics interpretation, you know? It's like we're in the third dimension and there's other space-time continuums like happening around us and whatnot, you know?
Yeah.
Jess, welcome. Great to see you, Jess. Jess, we're having a really cool interview, Jess, with Emperor and Zinxio about just the universe, like obviously about the channel and
Blah.
just the community here we have, Jess, but just about everything. We're just kicking it, Jess. So nice to see you, Jess.
See if she
And
got a
and Emperor,
question
sorry
she
to
wants asked. See if she got a
what'd
question.
you say?
I know. See if she got a question. I know for a fact she has a question. I say,
Yo, yeah.
ask whatever you want. Tell her that.
Jess, anything you you can tell her too, because she can hear you, my brother. Yeah. Anything you want to ask Jesse,
Wait,
and
how she,
actually, Emperor, real quick, brother, I gotta use the restroom for 1 second.
commercial break, everybody. Wait, how can you hear? How can
Commercial
I hear them?
break.
Okay, yeah, commercial break. We're gonna go. You can get that commercial break up real quick.
And feel free to keep talking. You and Zinx are like the host right now. Y'all can totally talk to the chat. One
Who's
second.
ready for a commercial break?
Welcome, Jess. Yo, commercial break.
But welcome back, everybody, to commercials. Today we have a pop quiz. How many blue spiders can you fit in a quarter? The answer is none, because blue spiders don't exist and the quarter's too small. Next question. How many dollars can you fit in a penny? Because how are you going to tell me that a penny is not worth more than a dollar when the penny is metal and the dollar is paper? Next question. All right. What's your favorite soda? Is it Dr. Pepper, Coke, or that crazy, disgusting, terrible root beer? If your question, boo. If your answer was anything other than Dr. Pepper, I'm coming for you. Have a nice night. Next question. If Jesus had a dog, What was this cow's name? Next question. What kind of shoes did Jesus wear on his day to the beach? It was the break bread force. Next question. All right, everybody. No more questions. Time to move on to the next subject of today's commercial interview. All right. It's me, your wonderful host, the all good looking Emperor Ice Dragon. And today,
Damn, what's up, the family, yo?
we
Yo,
broke my
Emperor, what's
sword.
good,
Oh
bro?
no.
Yo, I can see Emperor and Jess. Sorry to interrupt y'all. Were y'all having a sorry?
Commercial break over. I broke my sword. Never to be repaired again. Peace. I did. I literally broke it.
Dude, that's not good. You can probably fix it. We're going back like to like the OG times. There's got to be blacksmiths still around that like do that. Fix
I'll
different
probably have to
blades and
glue
stuff.
it
No,
because
you take it to a
that
blacksmith, get it
that's what. Well,
forged.
it's not
And
really a
I wanted
sword. It's more of a uh like like a gift sword, like a show sword. It's not really worth that much. I could probably get one for $10. 10 ducks. Who
yeah.
knows? I might be able to sell 10 ducks for it. Yo, what's up, my boy
Oh, dude,
Zinx?
I'm so sorry.
Hello,
Jess,
everybody.
welcome to
Fun fact.
welcome tonight, Jess. Yeah. You shot the nickname unauthorized, by the way. Jess, there was a really great prank that happened the other night, Jess.
We got to hear about
Jess, did you hear
this.
about this already? Does Jess know about the thing, the knock? Did y'all like? Was
I
she
don't
here?
think
I'm
she
trying to think. Was
does.
she
No,
here for the knock? No,
I
she
don't think
doesn't.
so.
Yeah. Jess, Zinx is the mastermind. Zinx has this knock sound that was like just such a crazy event with my whole family basically. It sounds just like somebody's knocking in the headset. Um it's like it's uncanny like
Yep.
how much it sounds like, and I'm sitting next to a window, and
Especially with
basically
surround sound.
Zinx. Yeah, any gaming headset basically, especially Zinx was talking about. He's got a great headset. And basically he tried it also. He's like, that sounds really realistic. It sounds so realistic, Jess, and he got me so good, and it still catches me off guard. Sitting next to a window is the thing that really gets you, because it's just like, is somebody seriously banging on the window? It sounds so realistic. But yeah, Jess, it's a
Yeah, he
knocking
literally
sound built into
flipped
just.
out.
Dude, and my family all came up and listened to it too, and they were freaking out too. They were like, "Yo, that sounds really realistic."
All right,
My
moving on with
siblings
the
loved it.
interview. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
We
oh yeah, oh
we
no,
are
we're chilling.
strict for
And
time,
Jess,
sir.
any questions you have, Jess? Any questions you have for Emperor, for Zinx in here, for me, Jess? Please feel free, Jess. We're just kicking it tonight for real. I'm gonna start a new round. I'm ready to like lock in.
All right. We are already going on an hour in this interview, and it seems like we have pretty good questions. Let's see if I can come with any more off the dome, my gang. So, now another thing that I was going to ask, we've already been through conspiracy theories and stuff like that, and you were talking about Native Americans. I know for a fact that you have an Egyptian papyrus looking thingy. Um, that's my best scientific description I got for you today. Um, do you have anything other than that? From those hold on, finding words to say what I'm going to say. From those civilizations, do you have anything other like arrowheads, stuff like that?
Dude, we were actually talking about this a second ago, and I like started to elaborate on it. But yeah, basically, because I'd like to be respectful to like Abrahamic traditions, basically, because I believe in Abrahamic traditions equally as I do like Native American and older traditions as well. But basically, yeah, dude, on that table over there, and also, yo, shout out to Zinx for real, yeah. On that table over there, I have family everywhere, and basically they've just taught me different cultures over the years. I'm so grateful, from different places in the world. And basically, yeah, on that table over there, dude, I want to say you said arrowheads. Like I think I have some Native American artifacts over there, but I have everything from like my grandparents, like basically pamphlets from like going to Greek Orthodox Church, to like I have the Egyptian thing you've seen over there, just like different things that I feel are sacred and stuff. But yeah, I do. I have a lot of stuff, and I have it on a table over there, along with some pamphlets from different funerals I've been to for different relatives and stuff. And there's no way to really define that practice, I would say, other than like my personal kind of interpretation of what I see as sacred. I don't define that as, oh, okay, I'm doing an altar or something, this and that. I just see it as like this is, a sacred interpretation I have, just things that relatives have given me, experiences I've had over the years, just like a little sacred thing I have. And I put it in the room that I stream in here because to get deep, it's like you're broadcasting out into the world, the universe. You're opening yourself up. So I just like to have that like spiritual anchor in here from all over the years, with family and stuff. So yes, I do have artifacts, sacred artifacts in here.
Yeah, yeah. So, moving on,
Zynx.
we gotta dabble in a little bit of
Well,
everything. Um, so I know you're a gamer. I know you like the game. I know Warzone for specifically the streams because it does well because it's pretty popular. But um, I'm trying to remember
walking in
what I was gonna ask you about a game. Um, actually, I'm gonna find it right now. Uh, but go ahead and
any game.
and elaborate. Out of all the games that you played throughout your lifetime, what has been your most favorite game and that you could play all the time, every time, never get bored?
You know, I want to say I'll give two answers, like in a very short way. Like it changes for me every few months. Just I like to just see what friends are playing, see what family's playing, see what the deal is, and just kind of stay open minded. But to be realistic, I would say like OG games, like emulated or real versions of like Nintendo, OG games and stuff. Um, Nintendo games, like Sonic, those games, GameCube games from that era. I really like the OOG games, especially like strategy games. Like I've never learned it, but I really want to learn StarCraft from that was like the OG one. They have StarCraft 3, the modern one. But I would say my most favorite game, dude, of all time is probably it's two series. It's Homeworld. If you can, they just released another one, and it's controversial on Steam. You can look at the reviews. I want to say like 2022 it came out. The
Yeah.
Homeworld series, it's a strategy game, and the Mech Warrior series, which I think they also had a recent release, Mech Warrior 5, which is free on Game Pass. I need to lock in right now. Yes, y'all know, yep.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
would say the Homeworld series, going back to the OG ones, and Mech Warrior going back to the OG ones, but obviously the modern ones. But yeah, basically, I have to pick a series: Homeworld and Mech Warrior. Yeah,
I'm trying to remember what the game was. It was showed up very frequently on the games that you played on PlayStation. Um, Gears of War or something like that. So I can't. I think you know what I'm talking about. Um, you have
it,
like,
it cut out for a minute. There was this kid on voice chat who was going, "Jess, we're doing great. We're just having a interview, Jess. So sorry, we're not trying to ignore you at all, Jess. We're just talking deep about stuff. Emperor, sorry to cut you off, brother.
but it's like Gears of War or something. It's an older,
Oh,
like I think
Outriders,
that might be it. But
second place.
it's a great game. I just can't remember the name of it.
Rainbow Six Vegas too is one of my favorites. I'm going to see right now. Dropping it to see.
I've never actually played Rainbow Six before.
It's a perfect. I got it for free on Games with Gold, like when Xbox gives away free games, just like PlayStation does. But They actually haven't done that for like they got rid of that like a few years back. But yeah, dude, that's one of my favorites. Like perfect fusion of first and third person gameplay.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find it.
First place, about to take first place. Jess, so great to see you. Love you. Any questions, Jess, for any of us? And Jess, don't only think of it as an interview. We're just kicking it. Any comments, questions?
Have you ever? Have you ever played the Bloodborne or Skyrim games?
Dude, that's one I'd love to play on stream with y'all. Yes, dude. I've played with cousins, my cousins and my friends. And yeah, I played it with cousins and friends over the years, but I've never really sat down and like played it. You know, I've had the controller in my hand. I played Bloodborne. I think I played Dark Souls 3. But as far as like, dude, even like played a level and like got into the flow of a Souls like, I really want to play that on stream. Like, I think it'd be great. I've never played it though. Never.
Me neither. Next question. Uh, so you know, you've Lord, it's late. Uh, time for my bedtime. Honestly, but
We
you've been
we can
moving
easily take
around.
first.
You've been moving around in life. You know, leveling up per se. You know, finally getting where you can move out and that's what you were telling me that you're getting ready to move out in a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months. Um, yeah, just what are you looking to do in the next chapter of your life? Not only with the channel, but as you know, become a full-fledged adult per se. You know, get out, get your own place. What's your plan for the future? I know I've technically already asked this question.
Oh no, dude. No, no, no. You're chilling. And I'm sorry if you hear any barking or screaming or barking right now. I can hear it on my headset. Can y'all hear that on the mic? Can y'all hear any of that?
Not a bit. You're good.
Dude, that's what's up. I'm so grateful that it cancels it out. But it's good screaming. It's the good screaming and the good barking. But yeah, basically. Um Oh my goodness, yo. Um, but yeah, I'm trying. But if I'm being honest, like I want to take it so slowly from with the advice from family, you know, my parents and other family. But yeah, just take it really slow. And obviously, you know, like you just said, like grow, level up. You know, just slowly keep working. Obviously, because I want to slowly transition into being a full-time YouTuber responsibly. But basically, that's the plan. I would say just take it really slow and literally just one day at a time, like seriously, and just stay consistent, you know?
All right. Applause, applause. All right, one last question
Cheers, dude.
before we let you go, because it already has been an hour. It's been an hour, everybody, since we started
Dude,
this
we're about to
interview.
take first.
I think we won maybe twice out of the three times we've been in here. Um, what is the advice?
Victory.
Oh, that
Um,
that caught me off guard there. The V at the
the-
beginning, yo.
um,
Sorry, Emperor, yo.
honestly, just tell us anything you want to tell us. Last notes about anything. Um, you know, uh, what's your advice for people who want to get into streaming but don't really know how to? But you've already gave some advice on that. But just anything you want to talk about, just throw it my way. We'll have a conversation about it.
Dude, I would say anything I want to talk about. It's like, um, cause like I don't know, I just think deeply about stuff like the universe and stuff, the times we're living in. Like I would just think about like how in a profound way like in like 10 20 years where the channels are going to be all of our channels, not only mine, you know, because it's like it's been such a journey just this 1 year. It feels like 10 years if I'm being honest. Like it feels like, oh, I thought he was hearing me on the mic. It feels like so much longer than 1 year, so it's just like my thoughts are just like in a good way, just like what's going to happen, like we're just going to be, you know, each over a million or something, you know, in 10 years, just doing our thing, gaming and stuff
I
on
don't
here. It's
know.
going to be so awesome.
I don't know about that. Over a million in 10 years. I think we're gonna need a couple million in 10 years.
Dude, oh, in 10 years, that's what I'm saying, yo. 10 years from now, absolutely.
Yeah. Um, you know, I honestly, in my personal opinion, I don't know if my channel is going to go much anywhere because it's not really something I'm passionate about. I just think it's cool. Um, hey, who knows? This might be the thing to pop it off, and I just continue doing this. But you know, it's
See,
just it's just a blessing to be able to do this, and I just
it is
I
such a
kind
blessing. I agree.
I actually, believe it or not, I tried to get an interview with one of my senators for my state. I called him, and his secretary answered. She said she'd ask. Oh God. And he never answered back. Of course, it never happened. But I tried. You know, that would have been cool right there. Um, but you know, things happen. So that it will be all the questions I have for now. Be prepared to get this done again in like a month. Who knows? If this blows up, I'll do it every week. Uh, fun facts with Illuminati. But thanks everybody for listening. If you listen, for an hour for our yap sesh for an hour. Thank you for listening and drop any questions in the comments that you want to ask me, like a whole entire Q&A from my fans, his fans. Because if you subscribe to my channel, I think it's 10% chance, probably more, definitely more, that you came from Illuminati's channel. So just like, subscribe, and drop that comment. So peace out. We love you. Say what's up. Go listen to Chart Ace on SoundCloud, DTO on SoundCloud, um, Drown the Offering on Spotify, all of it. Just run it up, gang. Peace out, Boy Scout.